Today we're going to rate custom Magic the Gathering cards on Reddit. We're going to start off with the Cami of Endless Winters. Oh yeah, that looks like Winnipeg. All right, we got a Snow 2 generic. Oh, any Snow deck can play this. For a 3/3 Spirit, legendary Snow creature. Ah, very unusual. Leadership. As long as Cami of Endless Winters is your commander, your starting deck may contain Snow cards of any color. Okay. You may spend Snow as though it were any color, and you don't lose Snow as steps in any phases. And what? That's just wild. I don't know if we, I was for all of this stuff until we reached the end there. You don't lose the Snow as steps and phases end. So you just accumulate all your mana, effectively. Oh, but is it only Snow? No, but you could still use that for generic mana, right? The ice and the snow do not melt here, lest the world fall into ruin. The world would boil without the winter, thus winter must reign eternal. And it's any color. This is completely broken. No way in hell we can do this. Oh, everyone was so on Golos so badly, and this is like, I think, infinite. Well, I don't know if it's infinitely worse, but it's still pretty. Yeah, it danger. It danger. All right, Cami of Endless Winters. You can freeze in that winter. Okay, now we have a card with a little bit of potential. You like that, people? Okay, we have a red 2 generic, 0/0 elemental incarnation. Haste, double strike, indestructible, flying, hexproof, vigilance, and menace. You got it all, except it dies like instantaneously. Like, what's going on here? It's a 0/0. Do I have a good do I have a good sound effect for this? Yeah. Why am I gonna die instantly? I've been just given life. Yeah, dead on arrival. So the only way you can make this thing live is that you have some sort of lord out that can give elementals like +1/+1, or some sort of anthem effect to give all your creatures +1/+1. But then even if you do, could be good with Soul Flare. Oh, you mean like Soul Flare like eats up this creature's abilities or something? It needs a lord to live. That's kind of fair. Or maybe there's other cards. There's other cards that absorb the abilities of other cards in the graveyard, right? So maybe this is just fodder for those creature types. It's not dangerous, particularly. So I think we can let this. We can allow this. It's probably. I mean, how do you break this? An open challenge to the world. How do you break this 0/0 creature? We have like there's like a 6/0 elemental out there. Oh, now I get why that's called potential. It has potential, but you got to figure it out. That's how it is. It is indestructible. Well, indestructible doesn't protect you from everything. King Ginger, salute, friend of Nikachu. I gotta give you guys an update to Salute. He's not dead yet. Friend of Nikachu. I'm gonna be happy to see all the Salute things that we have here. Okay, we look as it is. You can super chat. You super chat. Give me the name of your post on Reddit. Where is this thing? Why'd they put me on the bottom? Put me on the bottom for some reason. Salute, friend of Nikachu. And I'll look it up and present it to all of you. Oh, it's so cute! Oh, this is so good. I love it. How do I get rid of this? Got a stupid ad over here. Okay, hold on. Let's shrink this out. All right, salute, friend to Nikachu. We got a green-white. Yeah, green-white for a 2/4 cat cleric. Pay 1, create a food token. Truth be told, I'm the one who creates food tokens around here, not him. And we pay a red tap, salute, friend to Nikachu, deal damage equal to the number of food tokens you control the target creature or player. Very, very aggressive, Salute. Very aggressive, Salute. Salute is living on borrowed time, but actually, I'll get an update for all you guys with videos. I'll get an update for all of you. And we're very happy that he's still around. Oh my god, you guys just spewing the huge super chats. Fire. Hope you're doing well. First off, I totally approve of the salute, friend to Nikachu. Sisyphus who stalls death. Sisyphus who stalls death. We got a black, black, white, white, 1 generic. Planeswalker, who is getting in the way of the picture, in my opinion. What do we do here? Okay, so this is a legendary. I'm not familiar. I guess this is some sort of philosopher or something. Sisyphus. All creatures have Undying. Oh, God. All of them, including my opponents. +2. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature you don't control. So hold on. Is that the idea? Is Undying is the one where it dies, it comes back with a +1/+1 counter. So if it already has the +1/+1 counter and you kill it, it's gone for forever. You got -2. Remove all my +1/+1 counters from each creature you control. Okay. That sounds pretty broken, but the loyalty is very low, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Teddy with the huge membership. Thank you so much, Teddy. Really appreciate you becoming a member of the coffee crew. And then we got -5. Until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you or creatures you control. Actually, I think this is quite fair. It could be a huge blowout too. So you like play Sisyphus, you attack with everything, and if they want to block and destroy anything, then you just go -2, remove all the counters from it. Probably you exchange with some of their stuff as well. Pretty cool creature, I love it. Yeah, not a, okay, so we got an explanation. Not a philosopher, but a king who is cursed by the gods to roll a stone up a hill, letting it fall back down, then rolling it up again for all eternity. Well, that sounds boring. Should have been pulling that thing. Or I don't know. Should put some rubber on that rock so it doesn't roll all the way down the hill. Sisyphus is bound to roll a boulder up a hill for all eternity because he cheated death twice. It's the price you pay for cheating death around here. All right. Now the rules is we're gonna do a mix of cards from the main page and the paywalled version. Okay, so we have Ominous Tutor, black, 1 generic. Got that goth setup going. Sorcery. Search your library for a card and reveal it. Target opponent may lose life equal to its mana value. If they do, shuffle that card into your library. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. Oh, okay. Search your library for a card. Reveal it. Target opponent may lose life equal to its mana value. Oh, I see. If they do, you scoop it back in. Otherwise, put that card into your hand and shuffle. That looks so bad. Like, why would you even want to do that? Like, there's better tutors out there for less that guarantees that you get the card. This is like the, this is the vexing devil of demonic tutors. No one would play this. Or do you want to lose the life or something? Like, it's, yeah, you can print that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's very underwhelming. Everyone will just pay the mana value. Target up. Oh, you have to, so you get to target the opponent. 3 mana, like it should at least put it into play or something. The only good thing this card is the image. Print the goth girl, but change everything else. There we go. We're all in agreement. Print the goth girl. We can ship it for goth girl. I mean, if they're a low enough life, it could be useful. Not really. Like, you can get, there are tutors that will guarantee, aren't there like 3 mana tutors that will guarantee what you want? Or am I wrong? Or there not many, I know there's like the, what is it called? What's the 4th? There's a 4 mana tutor, but I don't remember what it's called. And yeah, you just put it directly in your hand. Are there no 3 mana tutors? Maybe I'm wrong. I know there's a 2 mana tutor, a 1 mana tutor that puts on top of your deck. Grim Tutor. Anyway, whatever. You got it. I don't think it's dangerous. Banquet Gorger. Oh, don't invite them. This is the type of person that puts an all-you-can-eat all-you-can-eat buffet out of business. We got the black 3 generic 3/4 human Devour Food 3. As it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of food. This creature enters the battlefield with 3 times that many counters on it. Holy crap! I see food, I eat it. Sure. I think that's a really fair ingenious card. It's very flavorful. I don't know if you get that big that fast. Like, you eat that much at once. Usually your stomach doesn't grow. You gotta let your stomach stretch a little bit before you eat that much. I mean, what do you, if you have 20 food on the battlefield? So you're gonna get 3 times that many counters. This thing can get huge. You could have like an easily 9-10 creature or whatever. Who name dropped me? Did I name drop myself? Anyway, okay, so this thing passes. Love it. Moving on with the super chats. We got Yo Little Ted. Reoccurring nightmare. Reoccurring nightmare. Got it. Okay, what do you got, Yo Little Ted? We got a black, 3 generic, star, phantom horse. It's like nightmare, right? This is like the evolution of nightmare. You may cast reoccurring nightmare from your graveyard. Oh god. So hold on, reoccurring. Isn't there like isn't there a nightmare card already with this name? Or I can't remember what it's called. So anyway, when reoccurring nightmare's power and toughness are each equal to the number of swamps you control. When reoccurring nightmare enters the battlefield, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of swamps you control, and you gain that much life. Holy moly! This is like it's Gary. It's the Grey Merchant of Asphodel or whatever the hell it's called. There is reoccurring. Yeah, it's like, there's recurring nightmare, and then we have reoccurring nightmare. It's not even a word. Buffed up nightmare, pretty nice. It's more of a buffed up. Okay, so it's like Nightmare and Grey Merchant, and they had like a little bit of a love child together. What's Grey Merchant doing with them horses? What's going on here? How did this happen? Everyone's looking at Grey Merchant. The power and toughness, yeah, that's interesting. All right, I think it's fine. 6 mana. You better have something pushed for 6 mana out there. Yeah, corrupt too, exactly. Dome them big time. The stream life. Poor is my connection. No, you're fine. Hopefully you're fine. All right, Nick. What do you got for us, Nick? Xenix, Eternal Sorceress. Xenix. The Sorceress. Oh, I can't find it. Xenix, Eternal. It doesn't exist. Xenix. Are you sure you got the right? Is this the right name? What if I look up Xenix just by itself? I have Xenix. Adept Technopath. That's the best thing I got. I don't know if that's the right one. I don't know if this is your card. Looks beautiful, though. Anyway, you let me know if this is the right card. I'll try to pay attention, and we'll look at it. So we're going to move on to the next one, though. We got Abe here. Thank you very much for the super chat, Abe. Oh, my God. $20. I made a cycle of cards. Title of post is Monocolored Fetch Lands. Monocolored Fetch Lands. And if anyone can let me know Nick Warwick's card, I'll keep an eye out for Nick. Okay, Fulfilling Meadow. Okay, so we have... Very rarely I'm going to look at a million cards, but you pay $20, so I guess that's what we're going to do right now. So, Fulfilling Meadow. Can I position this right? This looks good. It's a land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control planes. Oh, it's a fetch land like that. You tap, sacrifice Fulfilling Meadow, search your library for a plains card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. If it was a basic plains, gain 3 life. So if you have a plains comes into play tapped, and you get a little bit of a benefit out of there. So you just for a plains card. Well, I see. So if it's a plain, you can go get a shock land, tri land, but if you actually specifically look for just a basic land, you gain 3 life. This could be broken. I'm not kidding. Like, control decks would love this card. Just like, it's great for mono deck. It's great for control decks. Control decks look out basics all the time to protect themselves from Blood Moon, Back to Basics, Wasteland. So they would love gaining 3 life. Yeah, just fetch a card. It didn't even cost them any life to fetch. It cost them absolutely nothing. Moving to the next one, we got Washed Isle. So its ability is switch your library for an island card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle. If it was a basic island, target player mills 2 cards. That is fair. That's nothing bad is going to happen out of that. It's probably good for the mill decks. Mill decks would love this card, and I would think that it would help push mill to be more playable. Really cool land. And they want to be fetching lands anyway with their crabs, so that has synergy there. Moving on, Rotted Bog. Tap, sacrifice Rotted Bog. Search your library for a swamp card. Put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle. If it was a basic swamp, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. So this is like this is just strictly better, what's it called? Bojuka Bog, I think. Almost strictly better. Because Bojuka Bog is just a land you put into play tapped anyway. This can come into play untapped. And you're looking for a swamp untapped. You could continuously do not any fetch land. Only the Rotted Bog do this. I like it. We need more graveyard hate. We gotta punish the graveyard players. The graveyard should not be an extension of your hand. Not so easily, so. Bog hits the whole graveyard. That's true, actually. Do you want not strictly better? I take it back. Immediate Snap took it back. So I like Rotted Bog, what it does. Alright, next up we got Elevated Cliffs. So its ability is if it was a basic mountain, up to 1 target creature can't block this turn. Ooh. That is... It might be fair, though, because if this is the first land you play for the game, it's going to suck. And also, a lot of decks, I think, that want to play this are going to be playing with, like, Aspiring Vantage. Like, the other dual land, like, the fast lands and stuff. This is an interesting one. It's an interesting one. And you have to get a mountain. If you don't get a mountain, then... And, like, that might make your mana, like, a little bit more clunky. I like it. I think I like it. And then we have Lush Woodland. If it was a basic forest, create a 0/1 green plant creature token. So this is similar to, like... You know what? I think this one might be broken. I think creativity decks would be all over this. Because you don't need to have triple red anymore. You just need to have, like, a random forest in play. Like, it can come into play tap, no big deal. So, like, so you can go get a forest and creativity off of this for a 0/1 creature. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. I just know... Somehow I think the white one's the most broken. I think control decks would just absolutely love this thing. Fetch, get a free 3 life, no problem. And it's not really that big of a deal that it comes to play tapped. Well, it is technically a big deal because you can't use the mana immediately on turn 1. But, like, why would you anyway? Do you agree with my evaluation? Take it or leave it. All right, moving on. Nick, did you clarify? Okay, the Xanax online again, apparently. All right, let's look up it. Let's look it up. Xanax in custom Magic. I only see this. You guys see what I see? This is it. Is this what we're talking about? I mean, I could look at this. I just don't know if this is the card. Nick, speak up. We need you. Eternal Sorceress. Is this the Eternal Sorceress? There's no other comments. When was this made? Posted 3 months ago? That was a long time ago. I don't want to review a card that wasn't the real thing. Blue 2 generic 3/2. Why won't this go away? Hold on, I gotta refresh. I got this dumb Nikachu. Whatever, give, you know. Okay, went away. Excellent. Alright, legendary creature, human wizard. Blue, tap. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact, except it's not legendary. Oh my god, that's broken. Okay, blue, 4 generic. And it's like permanent. And any copy of any artifact. Until end of turn, all permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. This ability costs 1 less for each artifact you control. This is also broken. This is a broken card. Absolutely crazy. So this is Mycosynth Lattice. Until end of turn. Oh, it's only until end of turn. Okay, that's fine. The first one is a little bit more broken. Maybe it's fair. Maybe it's fair. Change to sort by new. You guys see it? Okay, hold on. I don't have a sort by new thing. I'm only look these things up. So you're telling me if I go to custom Magic, how do I get here? How do I go to the main page? I guess if it's like super fresh, you can't see it. All right, we got you, Nick. You're not in the comment section, but we hear you. All right, everyone else saved you. Blue, 2 generic for a 2/3. I guess if you just posted it like today, let me know and I'll just look for it like in new. Blue, 2 generic for a 2/3. Construct Wizard. As long as Xanax, Eternal Sorceress, has an equipment attached She has hexproof. As long as Xenex Eternal Sorceress has 5 or more equipment attached to her, she is unblockable. And blue, 1 generic. Attach target equipment you control to Xenex Eternal Sorceress. This is totally fair. 100%. It's one of those funsy cards. It's a construct wizard? This is a construct? What is this, AI? This is AI. Who needs humanity when you can look this good? I agree. Who does need humanity? I didn't know AI cared about their looks. It's a very bizarre thing to think. AI looked at like the most important things humanity uses to judge each other, and they realized looking good is one of the most important metrics to success. Anyway, this humanity internalized. Yeah, Android waifu. Love it. Rare blue equipment card. Is it today waifu day? First the goth, now Xenex. Hey, I'm all for it. Alright, back to the main version. We got Slippy Bogle. It's very cute. For a Simic Azorius, or sorry, Simic hybrid. For a 1/1 beast. Ward 10? That's it. What in good name of Queen Una? I mean, technically, isn't it like just worse than like hexproof? I guess it's just another hexproof, technically. Maybe sometimes a control deck really super in the late game will be able to path to exile this or something, but not under normal circumstances. AI be like, I am the new face of Balenciaga. I have no idea who that is. I am not with it or something. We got Lockhorns for a red. Sorcery. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Then, if neither die, destroy them both. What? Is that how it works? Like, if 2 animals lock their horns, they basically die? Does that happen in the wild? You just find 2 animals, like, stuck with each other because one of them died, like, they basically just got trapped? The next best thing to winning is making sure someone else loses with you. Alright, I accept it. Makes some sense. Yeah, it's like they're stuck together for forever. Yeah, and they die. Sometimes not winning is detrimental to you. So when you get into a fight and you're a bull, make sure you win the damn game. Amazing. You like this card. So basically, target creature. So it's like you can do this, I guess, but why would you want to kill your own creature? Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. We both go down together. I guess you could do like, what's it called? No, but they have to both survive. So it's like a wall fights another wall. Anyway. Wait, if I pay 20 bucks, you'll review my cycle? I guess so. I'd be all for it. So long as it's not too convoluted. That land cycle was really easy to blast through because all of them were like the same card. It was just like a different effect. I'll pawn it. But you know what? 20 bucks can buy you a lot on this channel. I have no problem with that. Alright, next up, we got Teddy. Teddy, I love you, Teddy. Isn't that Greek mythology in that Planeswalker? It's possible. I don't know the mythology to this card. You're talking about the, not Xenex. Me looking through all this stuff. I can't find it anymore. Sisyphus. Sounds like a disease to me. But anyway, I don't know. Spectral Maniac, thank you so much for the super chat. Hydra of Decay. All right, let's look up Hydra of Decay. Adaptation of Shadowverse revised. Yeah, I know you guys love to revise your cards. I updated this card since the last custom MTG stream to make it hopefully more clear. Thank you. I like things more clear. Hydra of Decay is a red-black 5 generic 6/6 zombie Hydra with haste. Whenever Hydra of Decay attacks for the first time each turn, if it wasn't cast, untap it. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Love it. And when Hydra of Decay dies, you may exile 6 cards from your graveyard. If you do, return Hydra of Decay to the battlefield under your control. Amazing card! That is how it's done. Very clearly worded. It actually looks like a real Magic the Gathering card. There's nothing wrong with it. I think you could even bring it down, the cost down a little bit. I don't think it would be too broken if I don't think it would be too broken if you made it, say, 6 mana, for example. Yes, Sisyphus was forced to move the rock up a hill forever, like in the Heliod punishment. Yeah, we know Magic the Gathering. They like to steal mythology from other places and integrate it in their own stuff. Okay, Approaching Calamity. My land creatures, version 2. My land creatures. There's 5 cards. I'll pay a few times to get through them today. Remind me that it's called My Land Creatures. Okay, we got Field of Dreams. Well, I'm just gonna look. Did you already paid in advance? Right, you already paid $5. Here's the other $15 for My Land Creatures. All right, we're gonna look at all the land creatures. Thanks so much, Approaching Calamity. Field of Dreams. We got a 0/1. Whoa! What is going on here? These are all lands that are creatures. Okay, we got the plant plains with Echo of a white. Does that even make sense? Does that work? I thought Echo is it like, does it count things that come into play? Like if I cheat, like say Avalanche Riders into play, do I have to pay the Echo on the next turn? What is the rule with Echo? I actually have no idea. You may choose not to untap Field of Dreams during your untap step. Pay white, tap, exile target creature for as long as Field of Dreams is tapped. This is beyond stupid broken, because you can like tutor this out and then just like taps, basically exile something. Oh no, but you can't do that. It has Summoning Sickness and it doesn't add mana. It's so... Echo is cumulative? No, that's you're thinking of cumulative upkeep. Most Echo is just like you pay it once at upkeep and then that's it. That's paid for. You don't pay for it again. This is hard to... No, but it's still a plains. So all plains, by the rules, has to tap for mana. So it does tap for mana, but it's not going to tap for mana immediately. It will have Summoning Sickness immediately. Yeah, this one's broken as hell. Echo counts coming under your control. If you steal something with Echo, it still triggers for you if you're upkeep. Okay, so you would have to pay the Echo at least just once. I think the Echo is just insanely cheap. I think you have to boost the Echo up by like 3 or something. So we have a 0/3 with Defender. Pay a blue 2 generic. Put a counter on Growing Storm. It loses Defender until end of turn. This one's also broken. These are insane creatures. This is why they like don't push like fetch. There's only one fetchable creature in the game. It's called Dryad Armor. It's literally a 1/1 that adds mana, and then that's it. This thing is going to get so strong. Like, because you can just keep pumping, you can just keep putting a counter on it until end of turn in a control deck, and eventually it's just your win condition. All you have to do is pay 3 mana, animate, and just smack your opponent for 1 billion damage. Yeah, Echo means you pay the cost again. Yeah, like, the Echo actually doesn't make much sense, because there is no casting cost to this card. You might as well just... I don't know how to describe... Like, I know what you're going for. You want to pay at least a blue. But it doesn't actually pay the blue. Okay, Swarming Infestation. 0/1 Swamp Insect. So, like, you can mill this with, what's it called? Grist. Flying Death Touch. Swarming Infestation. Gets +1/+0 for each other insect on the battlefield. So, also other Swarming Infestations. Pay a black. Create a 1/1 black insect creature token with Flying and Death Touch. Activate only if a creature died this turn. Absolutely damn bro. How many times can you activate this? Like 1,000,000 times? You could just like pour a bunch of black mana. Something dies. Pay as much black mana as possible. Put them all on the stack. He Who Erupts. I thought it was going to be He Who Whoops. That's what I looked at. Look at this. This is certainly an AI generated card. Please mix Mountains and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles together, and we have He Who Erupts. Mountain Elemental for 1. That's a 1/1 with haste. Double red tap. He Who Erupts deals damage equal to its power to any target. But it doesn't deal damage back. This is also a broken card. These cards are all busted, in my opinion. They would never print these things in any of these forms. I don't think the Echo is nearly enough to pay. The Echo counters can basically be treated as if these are all tapped lands that come into play with a stun counter. Yeah, in some sense. Maybe they should come into play with a stun counter or something to make it like a little bit more fair, because these are just beyond dumb. Dumb strong card. Hey, I actually wish we had more of these types of cards. I want more, like, why does green only get like the fetchable? Like green has fetchable Dryad Arbor, and in some sense red has like the Dwarven Mine, so that's like a fetchable red creature. I wish they had more of that stuff. But clearly it's, you know, you made them, they're just busted as hell. I like them, but I know they're broken. All right, we're going to look at more custom Magic the Gathering cards, but we got to thank our sponsors right now, FusionGamingOnline.com. You want to get some busted cards? Deal of the week, save 15% off all revised singles. So you might want some custom cards. We might want some real cards out there for the people who play with real cards. Deal of the week this week is 15% off all revised cards at FusionGamingOnline.com. And when you are buying from FusionGamingOnline.com, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. And for everyone with an imagination out there, you love making your custom cards, but you also like making custom decks, and that's where Mana Traders comes in to let you play any deck you could possibly want. You can play more decks because you just rent the decks and then send them back when you're bored with them. Or if you want that competitive edge, play the best deck on the face of the earth. But you're brewers out there. You like having some imagination and creativity. That's what the Mana Traders is for. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_PG2. Now we go back to this crazy wild creatures. Oops, where am I here? Wild stuff. All right, let's get back to the main page. At some point, we're gonna have to churn through all the custom cards. Isn't one of the negatives to these that they are all vulnerable to things like Fading Hope and Cut Down? Like, they can be killed, but that's like any land. I think it does a lot of stuff. Okay, Gorgon, Ram Shield, Lethal Critic. We got a green, black, 2 generic, 2/4 Gorgon Assassin. When Gorgon Ram Shield, oh, it's Chef Ramsay. Anyway, Gorgon Chef Ramsay, Lethal Critic, enters the battlefield, create a food token, Death Touch and First Strike, pay 2, tap, sacrifice a food, destroy target creature an opponent controls. Sounds like so this is like alternate universe Chef Ramsay, where instead of letting the food give you life, it actually kills you. And it's so cool. I love it. Once critiqued, you've both cooked and had your last meal. And you're gonna get cooked. Gonna cook your chicken here. Huge flavor win, love it. You skipped I didn't skip the green one. We talked about the one with the plant. Didn't I talk about the... Oh, I didn't get to the one. Sorry. Okay, Waking Aspen, the Forest Tree Folk. Again with the echo thing. So its power is equal to the number of lands that have entered the battlefield under your control since your last upkeep. So hold on. Just all of them, period? Its toughness is each equal to 1 plus that number. And so we have green, green. You may play an additional land this turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. That one is actually maybe the most fair, but I don't think its power and toughness should be each equal to the number of lands that have entered the battlefield under your control since your last upkeep. Oh, I see. So it can only become like a 2/3 or something. This probably is the most fair of all the cards. So in order to get so it's like an explorer sort of, but you have to pay, and I think that's actually pretty clunky to actually have to pay mana to put extra lands in play. I think that's, maybe it's not fine. At 3 mana, you pay 2, put another land in play, tap 2 more lands, put another land in play. Maybe it snowballs. You let me know. I think your cards are broken though. I like them, but they're broken. Polyform Catfish. Looks like an otter. Blue, blue, 1 generic for a 3/1 Catfish Mutant. When Polyform Catfish becomes the target of a spell, you may reveal a creature card from your hand. If you do, Polyform Catfish becomes a copy of that spell until end of turn. That is so sweet! That is an absolute banger. Looks nothing like its art in the guide, Disappointed Fisherman. Wow, so you can just change it at any time, so no one wants to... It's like... The casting cost is perfect. It's 3 mana for a 3/1, which is like pretty underwhelming. And then if you even... whenever it becomes target of a spell... Oh, maybe it's broken because it can be you. Oh yeah, it was only once each turn? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It's because if you're the one targeting it, then it becomes like Emrakul until end of turn. So that can actually... Maybe it is broken. I thought it was like the clause was only the opponent. Like if the opponent wants to kill it, well, like it could danger in theory, but you still have to target it with something that doesn't kill it, making your deck clunky. So I think it's actually really hard to make it like really powerful. Target this with any buff spell, turn it into a Atraxa or something. But yeah, but then you're filling your deck with that stuff. Like, fill your deck with a bunch of buff spells. And, like, what if you don't have the Polyform Catfish? So I actually think it's going to be fair. It's pretty awkward, but yeah, it works. All right, back to them super chats. What do we got next? We got Crimson Wolf. Thanks for being around here. Deviled Cacophony. Wild Cacophony. Found it. Posted 26 minutes ago. This is creepy as hell. That's all I can say. All right, we got a Rakdos hybrid tribal sorcery devil. Discard your hand to create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target for each card that was discarded this way. That is a unique card. So you basically have to I mean, the cost is high. Or is it? Maybe this would be broken in Dredge. They would not mind, like, just turn 1, dump their hand, put their entire hand in the graveyard, and they have a 1/1 in play that effectively does 5 damage if it dies. Like, that's a lot of damage. But then again, well, no one would want to block the thing. This plus Dread return, yeah, it's possible. Play this with Madness. Target it with an unblockable spell. On the draw, 6. Oh yeah, that's true. 6. It's a 1/1 that could deal 6 damage. Madness, huge synergy. Discard your hand. Well, you need to have enough mana to make use out of this card. We already know 1 with nothing does nothing, so this is just like the step above, and I like it. I like the card. I like the stock. That's what I would say. I like the stock. Fire is up next. Last one. Qualthun. I think that's all I'm going to look up. Qualthun. Secret Ruler. We got the Secret Ruler here for a black, blue, 2 generic. 3/5 Beholder Praetor. Whatever that is. When Qualthun Secret Ruler enters the battlefield, target opponent becomes the Monarch. You can't become the Monarch this turn. So someone else becomes the Monarch. The Monarch plays with their hand revealed. That's sucks for you, Monarch. Whenever 1 or more creatures you don't control deal combat damage to an opponent, draw a card. Seems totally fair. I don't understand how this is broken. It actually looks like an incredibly reasonable, very reasonable card here. What do you guys think? Oh, did it create like 1,000,000 creatures? Oh, hold on, I'm gonna look into it. I thought I just made a 1/1. Create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage. It's just 1. You just create a 1/1 for each card that was you just deal damage equal to the amount of cards that you discard. You only get 1 devil. It'd be broken if you got like 1,000,000 1/1s. Anyway, I think Secret Ruler is totally fine. I don't understand it though. Enters the battlefield, target opponent becomes the Monarch. You can't become the Monarch, but when you attack, you draw cards. But the Monarch sort of screwed. You get to look at their hand the entire time. Man, government being transparent personified as a card. I guess so. I guess you create a creature for each card. No, you don't. The card specifically says. You get a 1/1. That's it. You just create a 1/1 red devil creature token. And that 1/1 has, if it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target for each creature card that was discarded this way. If you get a bunch of 1/1s for each card that discard, I mean, it's totally broken. It's not, I wouldn't fly. That'd be just supremely stupid. But I don't know. Do we have Crimson Wolf to defend their card here? Explain yourself. Okay, anyway, back to Qualthun. Totally fine. I like it. Alright, back to the main page. We got Old Pyromancer. And they have someone old in the image. We got red. Oh, so it's the opposite of young Pyromancer. I love the flavor. Maybe it's the young Pyromancer, but in old form. Okay, we got a red 1 generic for a 2/1. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token with haste and decay. Oh, and decayed! That's interesting. So it's like not nearly as good as it was before. With great power comes great instability. Love it. Yeah, that's the Jaya artwork. Misfire! Red 1 generic instant. Choose target spell that targets 1 or more permanents or players. Reselect the targets of that spell at random. Draw a card. Oh god. There's so many people that want cards like this. They just love the chaos. Everyone knows somebody, like one person that just plays a deck that's just meant for chaos to redirect all the spells and the targets and to mess up the mana. Blue mana turns into green mana now. You know, red is sort of a misdirect color. Like they got, I can't remember what the red card is, but there's a really popular red card that just redirects stuff all the time. Yeah, very, very good in Commander. All right, what's our next super chat? Next up, we've got Gabrielle. Thanks so much for your super chat. Mage Seeker Sigil. And what does Mage Seeker Sigil do, Gabrielle? It is... Okay, it's a 2-mana equipment artifact with Ward 2. Equipped creature has Ward 1, and non-creature, non-artifact spells cost 1 more to cast. Ah! And equip 1. Seems fair to me. It looks actually way too fair. Equipped creature has Ward 1. Honestly, it's really underwhelming. I mean, you can put... equipped creature can have Ward 3 if you want. Petricite absorbs magic like a sponge, and thus, Mage Seekers use it to protect themselves from their preys. I think this could be an infinitely more pushed card. King Ginger, again with another super chat. Rufus the cat, this is my kitty. Let's take a look at Rufus. Rufus! I don't see Rufus. Rufus the cat, this is my... Alright, let's go to the main page. I'm assuming it's one of the newer ones. Rufus, where are you? That's Salud. I'm on new. I can't find it though. How long ago did you post the? How long did you post Rufus? I can't find Rufus. Or is it just called Rufus? Oops, what am I doing? I want to post here. Rufus, oh, Rufus Animal Lover? This was 3 years ago. Sorry, King Ginger, I can't find it. Like 10 minutes ago? You gotta post your pictures and video. Oh, hold on, what, was it in the Salud camp? No, it wasn't. Friend of Salud. You have 2 posts here. Hold on. Did you put Rufus here? No. You just posted an empty something. I don't know. I can't see it. You might have to post it next week or something. It's not here. Maybe the mods dealt with you or something. Okay, I'll get back to it. Okay, moving on. Everyone should post their stuff like a whole day in advance, so it's easier to find. It seems like if it's super new, it just doesn't show up on search very well. So like, you know, post it like a day or so ahead. It's fine, like I can still search it up, but it seems to be, all these things are easier if it's posted like with a good amount of time ahead of time. Okay, we got Yo Little Ted with Beer Sit. Beer Sit. See, this was posted 4 days ago. Shows up immediately. We got Wooberg too. Sorcery, unique, whatever that means. Unique, 1 copy per deck and can't be copied, whatever that means. Each player, starting with you, shuffles their library, then reveals the top 7 cards of their library, then puts into play 1 copy of each permanent type revealed this way, then exile Bear Sit. I guess it's Beer Sit? Beer Sit? Each player shuffles again. God said, let there be light, and there was light. Gen 1, 3. Sorry, I don't know the lore to the Bible very well to know exactly. Salud needs to be snow. It just... Oh yeah, that's right. Protection from snowmen, or destroy target snowman. We said the post didn't go through. All right. We got this is cool card. I think for as much mana as it is, yeah, easily could do that. And it's each player too, so it's like it could backfire. It could be like a hypergenesis type of thing. It's underwhelming. Anything can happen. Anything can happen there. Alright, so next up, we're gonna go with Crimson Wolf. 1 with pain. So just a heads up. Make sure your cards are in custom magic before I look them up. Because otherwise I waste like 2 minutes looking for the damn thing. Alright, we got black, 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 black for generic sorcery. You get an emblem with prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. At the beginning of your upkeep, lose half your life rounded down. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. So, but this happens no matter what. You might just kill yourself. Round it, and you, like, so, like, how many turns do you have to live? You go to 10. You go to, or actually, hold on. You go to 20. You go to 10. You go to 5. You go to half your life rounded down. So what, 2? You go to 1. You're gonna be dead. Yeah, you will be one with pain. That's for sure. I mean, sure, do it, but it's like a clock. It's counting down. It will buy you some time, I guess. I don't know how much time, but if you round down, eventually you hit 1, and then you round down to 0, and it's over. And people can still make you lose life. I guess it's good with passive life gain, but it seems kind of strange. Oh yeah, it's true. You might live eternally with some life gain. So long as you gain 1 life every turn, you're like immortal. I mean, it's like a worship type effect, right? So it's an interesting take on worship. Except worship, like, you basically are immortal so long as you have a creature in play. And this one is like you're immortal so long as you have some life. It's a really cool, unique card. Neat card. Love it. Alright, Spectral Maniac. Thanks so much for the super chat. You got my old, more confusing Hydra. Oh, what was your other one? Spectral Maniac. You wanted Hydra of Decay? Okay, Hydra of Decay. I don't see anything else here. Hydra of the Gates. This was 14 days ago, but I don't have a new one. Like, again, are you guys sure that you've posted these things? Can you find it yourself? I updated this card since last to make it yeah, well, anyway, I don't know how to find your new one. Okay, so we have to have like a rule. You can't be posting of the day because like it doesn't show up in search like at all. Let's see if we can go to custom magic, look at new. Is there another Hydra here? Because I can't be doing this the entire time, right? I can't be looking up these cards, like looking for it. That's why I like to search for it. When it shows up, boom, we post and we talk about it. Yeah, I don't know if it got posted. Sorry about that, approaching calamity. I don't know if it was that complicated though. It froze while posting. Sorry, Rufus the cat. And now we're gonna look up Rufus. Still doesn't show up. But we'll look under new. There it is! Rufus! We got a Naya card. Green, red, white, 1 generic for a 3/3 cat warrior with double strike lifelink. When Mr. Rufus, ferocious fluff ball, enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to the number of creature tokens you control to target creature or player. It's got double strike and lifelink. This thing's broken, and it's got 2 mana tap. Create 2 1/1 cat creature tokens with lifelink. Enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to the number of creature tokens you control. Target creature or player? Oh my god, this card's absolutely insane. I think this, I don't know, am I exaggerating here? If it has double strike, it has lifelink, you could make a bunch of tokens, just slam. This is such an amazing commander for, like, maybe a token deck. You, like, make infinite tokens, slam Rufus on the battlefield, and it's like, face Rufus's wrath! And they're dead. I mean, if you have, like, 100 tokens, it's just completely over. You guys want me to refresh the page? Looking for the other one? Anyway, I think Rufus is broken, to be honest. Look at how many Rufuses there are. You guys are gonna get banned for, like, double posting. Okay, here we go. We got it. 7 minutes ago. This was reposted apparently an hour ago. Okay, Hydra of Decay. Okay, we do find Hydra of Decayed. Or sorry, Hydra of Decay. So we have a green, red, black, 4 generic, 6/6 zombie Hydra with haste. When Hydra of Decay enters the battlefield, if it wasn't cast, it gains whenever this creature attacks for the first time each turn. Untap it. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. When Hydra of Decay dies, you may exile 6 cards from your graveyard. If you do, return Hydra of Decay to the battlefield under your control. Isn't that about the same? It feels similar. If you say you cleared it up, then I believe it. Rufus is insane in real life. Oh, well, he's always ready to fight. All right. Rufus is a fighter. All right, back to the main. Oh, we're not running out of time. All right, we got to just crank through these things. All right, we got Abe. Thanks so much, Abe. Abe's got, here's a neat little assassin card. Here's a little neat assassin. Is there a bunch of them? Here's a neat little assassin card I came up with. Alright, we got the Unseen Agent. Black 2 generic 3/1 human assassin with Death Touch. Black black. Exile Unseen Agent with a hide counter on it. You may cast Unseen Agent with flash from exile if it has a hide counter. Oh, that is cool. When Unseen Agent enters the battlefield, if you didn't cast it from your hand, it gains first strike until end of turn. Even more cool. So basically, like, it's around, but you have to be careful attacking because it has Death Touch. So you're basically going to deal damage, and you could, like, kill anything, right? So, like, it's going to die immediately to Death Touch, and I don't think the opponent's going to deal damage back at you. I think this is a pretty neat card. Very strong limited card. I mean, it's basically, like, indestructible as far as attacking into the damn thing. Yeah, new mechanic of hide. Matt! We got Matur 50? Maybe it's Maturo? Flamed Out. This was from a while ago. I love cards from a while ago. You mean like 3 years ago? Pay a red! We got instant. Target attacking or blocking creature gains +3/+0 and trample until end of turn. Its controller then sacrifices at the beginning of the next end step. So it's like Berserk, right? It's like a red Berserk. Beware, an unbridled rage will lead to self-destruction. And that's completely fair. You should probably make it a little bit more pushed. Nothing wrong with making stuff a little bit more pushed. Damien! New Everdore and Spirit Flower. Everdore and Spirit Flower. Same ugly site, new app. What the hell was that supposed to mean? Save. I don't. Okay, whatever. So we got a white red 2 generic legendary artifact. Pay white red 2 generic. Tap. Exile target creature an opponent controls. That player gains life equal to the creature's mana value. Create a Spirit Flower token. The last stop for every spirit. And the Spirit Flower is pay. It's 2 tap. Sack the artifact. Attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. To target creature you control. I don't understand the flavor of this. Makes no sense to me. New Everdore and the Spirit Flower. The token needs to be identified in the card text. Well, I don't. Oh yeah, I guess so. That's true. Yeah, what the token does probably should be identified in the text. You shouldn't have to know what this thing is because there may be many different types of. There's many different types of elementals, many types of beasts, many types of like bears. So I don't understand the flavor of this at all. So you exile creatures. They gain life. Is this like a royal assassin that's like really, really strong? Toads doesn't like it, says shred it. Built-in source to plowshares and cheap equipment attached. Yeah, no, but it's not cheap to exile. Like it's 4 mana. That's a lot of mana. I'm gonna give it a pass. I don't understand the flavor to this at all. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It seems like a very random name, random picture, random ability, random Spirit Flower token. It's got to be some sort of TV show that I'm not familiar with. All right, moving on. We got Always Delayed Ritual. Is it like a ritual with suspend? Delayed Ritual. Oh, we got a little bit of a saga here. So a black for Scry 1, Chapter 2. Target opponent discards a card from their hand. Chapter 3, add a black, black, black to your mana pool. I like that. This card, I don't think it's broken, but I like it because probably by turn 3, I mean, maybe it will be strong in a Storm deck. Maybe, but probably not. Yeah, it Zybers to me as well. You get to scry one target opponent discards a card from their hand. It's just a random card. It could backfire on you, by the way. A lot of decks want to have cards in their graveyard. So this is a pretty neat original card. Like, if you're a combo deck, you may not be set up on turn 3 to do anything. So this is just better for... It's more often probably going to be a good value ritual to, like, ramp out a creature or an enchantment or something. Or an artifact. Or planeswalker. It looks pretty good because it's a ritual that forces you to time it correctly. But in turn, it's a ritual that doesn't make you go minus. Cool card. Very original, by the way. Next up, we got your little Ted is back. Thanks so much for the $2. The King Louis. I know a lot of people like to take historical cards and make them reality. What is this, from a TV show? Isn't that like Mel Gibson? Okay, we got black, black, white, white for 2/3. King Louis or King Louis. When King Louis the what's my... The 16th? I think it's the 16th. When King Louis the 16th enters the battlefield and at your end step create 4/0/1 colorless human peasant tokens, then you become the monarch. Sack a human peasant token, then choose one. Prevent all combat damage this turn. Create one treasure token, create one food token. This is so funny. This is so flavorful. It's good to be the king. Shouldn't more kings do that? You sacrifice the peasants. Be gone. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Mel Brooks is what I was thinking of. Mel Brooks, sorry. Phonetically, the M's and the B's. I was trying to think. That's the guy from Spaceballs. The Spaceballs, the movie. Is he eating peasants? I guess. No, well, he sacks the pet. I guess so. Yeah, sack one peasant. Make food out of this guy. Looks delicious. Just can't wait to be a king. That's right. Okay, cool card. Love it. King Ginger, you back. It froze while posting. Oh yeah, I got it. Alright, Crimson Wolf. Again with Waifu Day. We forgot about Waifu Day. Sexy anime girl. I have no props. Can I look at this? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be the judge here. So immediately saw not safe for work. Yeah, I can accept this. This is fine. This is a lot of boobs here. That's all. If you looked at like anyone's taken a look at like the custom arts that you can buy for like proxies, you've come across these types of cards before. All right, one mana for this. Anime girl. This creature is all colors. No, 4/4. Noun, power creep, uncounterable. Collectible games, video games, role-playing the gradual unbalance of a game due to successful releases of new content, leaving the old ones underpowered. I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean. Holy moly, what are we doing? Sorry if anyone's at work. A lot of you are just listening to the show anyway. Alright, what do we got next? We have huge super chat here. The Everdoor is based off of a game. Another couple of cards if you have time. Wall of Bricks. / Awoken Brick Sentinel. I may have misspelled. You got no picture here. What is it like? Fill in the blank. 4 mana for a 0/4 wall with Defender. Wall of Bricks cannot lose Defender. If combat damage would destroy Wall of Bricks, exile it instead. Then return it to the battlefield transformed under your owner's control. It's just a wall, says the soldier. Or is it? Awoken Brick Sentinel. A 4/3 construct with Menace. Cannot lose Menace. Walls you control lose Defender. You were saying? I like that. Got a little bit of a joke there between the two. And we got Spectral Maniac. Thanks so much again for all your super chats. Sorry for the trouble earlier. We all appreciate you putting up with the nonsense on the stream. No, oh, I put up the nonsense easily. I'm getting paid. It's the viewers that don't get paid nearly as well. Or at all. So in that movie, Mel Brooks as King Louis uses his peasants as clay pigeons after saying, "They are my people. I am their sovereign." I love them. All right, let's see if we can get some more stuff from the main page. Territorial Alpha, blue 1 generic for a 0/3 lobster. He's so small. Island Walk, double strike, hexproof. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Territorial Alpha fights that creature. So is this the creature at the bottom here? I think so. So another creature enters the battlefield, is like, hey, bring it on. Fight on! I have no problem. It's all good. Island Walk, double strike. Double strike, he's a 0/3 creature, and that's hexproof. I like it. It's a funny, cute creature. Okay, Ethereal Tide, a white sorcery. If you have an even number of lands, destroy up to 1 target artifact. Otherwise, destroy up to 1 target enchantment. Totally fine with me. They probably could make some card like this. We don't have more super chats, right? All right, we did it. Pretty interesting show. Thank you for putting the not safe for work thing there. Just in case. It's safe enough for me, but I don't know about other people. Yeah, go fry it. Love the flavor text that crossover on the transform cards. Yeah, we love a little bit of a story, don't we? All right. Thank you very much for showing up for Coffee and MTG today. As usual, if you want to be part of the show, be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for all your support. Everyone who's a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, but of course, everyone who submits cards with super chats. Big support to the channel, and for that, I show up every morning for all of you. And we got to thank everyone who shows up here in the morning, like Sid Liquid, Soulfly, Gabrielle, Spectral Maniac, Rotboy. We got Toads, The Jaded, Abzo, Erland, PLDL. We've got King Ginger, Zick, Yo Little Ted, Steve, because without all you guys, I'd have no show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing up them coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next